January 26, 1966, Glenelg Beach, Adelaide, Australia. On the surface, a sunny, peaceful day, but beneath the calm lies a mystery that still haunts the Australian public. A mystery that's lasted for over half a century. 3 innocent children vanished into thin air, leaving behind only questions. Who took them? Why? And where are they now? The Beaumont children were Jane, the eldest at 9, followed by Arnna, who was 7, and little Grant, only 4 years old. On that fateful summer's day, the 3 kids had set out to enjoy a day at Glenelg Beach, only a short walk from their home in Adelaide. Their mother, Barbara Beaumont, packed them a lunch, and at around 10 a.m. they left their house, excited for the day ahead. They were no strangers to the beach, often playing there without incident. But this time, something went terribly wrong. It wasn't unusual for the children to visit the beach without an adult, but they were expected to return home by lunchtime. However, that never happened. By noon, when Barbara went to check for them, the children were nowhere to be found. A frantic search began immediately, with local authorities scouring the area for hours, but there was no sign of Jane, Arnna, or Grant. No footprints, no personal belongings, and most disturbingly, no witnesses to their departure. The only clue: the children were last seen walking towards the beach, but not a soul saw them leave. The initial investigation into the disappearance was swift, but as the hours turned into days and then weeks, there were still no leads. There was no sign of the children anywhere on the beach or nearby. Witnesses later came forward with strange reports. A man had been seen speaking with the children at the beach that day, but no one could identify him. Some believed he had offered them candy. Could this be the person responsible for their disappearance? Over the years, numerous theories have emerged, each darker than the last. Some believe the children were taken by a stranger, while others suspect it could be the work of a serial child killer who was active around that time. Could this be a case of abduction? Was it someone they knew? Was the stranger simply a distraction for a more sinister plan? One theory even suggests that the children may have been taken by a man later identified as the Beaumont killer, someone who was never conclusively connected to the case. Despite extensive investigations, multiple suspects, and even attempts to solve the case using forensic evidence decades later, there was still no definitive answer. The disappearance of the Beaumont children remains one of Australia's most infamous unsolved mysteries. It has left an indelible mark on their family, the Adelaide community, and the entire nation. To this day, their family still hopes for answers, still waits for any clues that might shed light on the fate of Jane, Arnna, and Grant. And while the police continue to search, we are left wondering, could the children have been taken by a predator? Could they still be alive? Or is the truth even darker than we could ever imagine? In 2018, the case was reopened with renewed vigor. Investigators took another look at the evidence, even using modern forensic techniques. But despite the advances in technology, the mystery remained unsolved. Over the years, police have received hundreds of tips, some leading to dead ends, others revealing chilling possibilities. The disappearance of the Beaumont children remains one of Australia's most infamous unsolved mysteries. It has left an indelible mark on their family, the Adelaide community, and the entire nation. To this day, their family still hopes for answers, still waits for any clues that might shed light on the fate of Jane, Arnna, and Grant. And while the police continue to search, we are left wondering, could the children have been taken by a predator? Could they still be alive? Or is the truth even darker than we could ever imagine? So, what really happened that day in 1966? The disappearance of the Beaumont children is not just a story of loss. It's a reminder that some mysteries never truly fade. Perhaps one day, someone will come forward with the information that will finally solve the case. Until then, the haunting question remains: what happened to the Beaumont children?